The extended essay process. So the first thing that you have to do when facing your extended essay is picking a topic. For my extended essay, I decided to pick Ataturk. The reason I chose Ataturk is because it's a topic that I'm familiar with, which is a major thing you have to consider, and it's something that will help me in history next year. You don't have to consider that, that was just for me. Ataturk, well, most importantly, you need to find something that interests you. Ataturk interests me because he transformed the society of Turkey from one way to another, changing the role of women, religions, language. He westernized the whole society, and I found that very interesting. So after you found the person or the topic that you want to look into, you need to start forming your research question. Your research question has multiple steps. So I knew that I wanted to talk about Ataturk's reforms, which are the things he changed. So the first thing that I did is I came up with the question, to what extent were Ataturk's reforms justified towards the public? That was my first question. I realized that I needed to find research about Ataturk's reforms, about how it was justified, so the society before Ataturk and after Ataturk, and the public's opinions on his reforms. While researching, I realized that the information that I gained and I found while researching does not fit this question exactly. Therefore, as I said, I had to change my question, and that's why it takes multiple steps. So after researching, I noticed that my final question is going to be, to what extent did Ataturk's reforms lead to a preferable society in Turkey? And that was my research question. Now, some challenges that I faced was finding what to look for. So you needed to know that from my question, I need to be looking for this information. And that was really hard. Finding a source and getting the needed information. You can have sources that are books that are 300 pages, but you need to realize that the only information that is valuable to you might be the first 30 pages or 10 pages from the whole book. So it's very important to be able to find which part of the source that you need and look at a variety of sources. Another challenge was time organization. Time organization is a major problem that I faced. I kept postponing my work. If you organize and set realistic goals for your time, then that would help you a lot. What I found that I was most proud of was my organization of notes. If you organize your notes properly, you will write your essay on your own. Your essay kind of will be written for you from the notes. So an example of how I organized my notes was that the first thing that I did was I made a source paper. A source paper is where I labeled every source by a letter, A, B, and named each source, like specified which source is A, which source is B. Then, for each reform that I found out about, I made its own paper. And everything about language reform, I would write on that sheet of paper. Everything about education reform, I'd write about another sheet of paper. I would specify the page and what source I got it from. For example, the first one, page 7, source A. Second one, page 9, source C. And it goes on. So when I wanted to write about language reforms, it was all on one paper. Advice that I had is don't stress out. You can do it. It's very simple. It's very easy if you do work hard. You have to place realistic goals when it comes to time management. Don't say that I'm going to start from the first day of summer, because most probably you won't. So make sure to set realistic goals. As I said before, good note-taking skills. That will kind of write the essay for you, so when you're coming to the writing stage, it's not that hard because you have organized your ideas and you have organized your thoughts. Most importantly, pick a topic you will like. You're going to have to sit down and work with this essay for a lot of time. So pick something that you're interested in and something that you want to look into so you can do your best. Thank you.